Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you for tuning in to my 2,246th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. How about those last two videos to get short rallies in Russell, huh? Did we not kill it? Thank you, OMNI. Well, we're going to stop that for now, and I'll explain that to you in a moment. Traders, before we go any further, please know that trading is very risky. Stocks, options, ETFs, futures, I don't care what you trade these days. If you trade it, it's got huge risk. Please know the risks behind this game. Put your stops in first at all times. Never trade without them. And lastly is never trade without money unless it's actually earmarked to be lost, just in case that happens. All right, if you understand the risks, let's get going. This video is for trading on April 9th. That's a Friday, 2021. Right off the bat, Metastock fans, hundreds and hundreds of you tuned in for my webinar on Thursday. Thank you. Excuse me, on Wednesday. Thank you so much. I've contacted some of you already. I will contact the rest of you. I hope you learned a little something from that presentation, because I gave out some pretty good tricks and tips in there. So I hope that helped you. Come on down to livewithoscar.com if you'd like to meet me in person. You traders that showed up at the Metastock conference and everybody else out there on YouTube watching, come join me in my free live trading room at livewithoscar.com. So, E-mini S&P, baby. The bulls are back in charge. I will show you that. OMNI wants to buy those dips. Number 2, crude oil. Yuck. I'll show you that. Number 3, Bitcoin. It's in a very precarious spot right now. I think you're going to love that spot. I'm going to show those charts to you in just a moment. I want you to remember, whenever you're trading, whenever you have a position on that's live, say this to yourselves over and over again because it will help you. And by now, you should know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. And that is the truth. Put your stops in and keep your emotional decisions out of your trading. If you allow your emotions to hit that keyboard, it's going to be in the red column on your account at the end of the day. Don't do that. Stick to your plan. Plan a trade. Trade that plan. If you don't know how to do that professionally, then you better call me, because I have an OMNI camp on April 29th, and there's still an open invitation, 1 seat left, and I am waiting for the right person. I've interviewed a lot of you. I don't want to take just anyone. Call me if you want to come out to Vegas and learn this for yourselves. Starts at April 29th. It's a 4-day seminar for 3 people only, and it's held live here in my home office. If you would like to learn from me, and I'll tell you right now, kids, if you're going to show somebody a technique and it doesn't work, you don't invite them to your home to show it to. You know what I'm saying? You don't take them to your house. You fly to another city and you invite them to a room somewhere where there's a lot of people and you sell them garbage. Well, that does not happen with me. I invite you to my home for 4 days and we work together. That will be April 29th for the next 4 days following. 1 open seat. Call me, 702-629-4755, or go to OMNIBootcamp.com and fill out your OmniCamp application there. With no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Traders, look at the E-mini S&P. The bulls are back. Why would I say that? Because this is a bull flag, and that is a bull flag breakout. And it is time to start buying the dips in E-mini S&P. We sold rallies in the Russell for the last 2 days and killed it. Now we are switching teams, buying dips in E-mini S&P and likely NASDAQ. That's for trading on Friday. Then there's crude oil. If you were at the Metastock presentation, you would have noticed that I showed you how to use these averages to see what the algos are keying off of. Well, look at crude. Look at how you cannot get under this average. Cannot, and boom, now you can't get above it. So that looks terrible to me, you've been above it all this time, now you're below it, then this also happens to be a bear flag, if you could see that. All right, top line, bottom line, top line, flagpole. There's also a bear flag there. Then you can take this a little further, and boy, oh boy, it still gets bearish. You've got what I call a head and shoulders. The left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. That in itself is bearish, that formation. You are below that average, and in a bear flag, I say we sell the rallies in crude. OMNI agrees. Bitcoin, 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 becoming one of my favorites. Look at how it is a magnet to hold this average right here. Insanity, the way it holds this average. It goes all the way back to the bottom of the chart. Here, guess where we are? As of me speaking right now, top day, as I speak to you, we are right here, bouncing off that average. It held, it held, it held, it held, it held. Will it hold again? I say yes. I say this is a bull flag, and we are now going to break out towards the upside. We'll let Bitcoin tell us that, but that is what it looks like it wants to do next. Traders, remember, 80,200 is the target. It should happen in a month or two, 3 months maximum, but that's where we expect it to go. Make sure you tune in. I'll see you at my site, livewithoscar.com.